Mr. Speaker, today I'm supporting the Never Again Education Reauthorization Act of 2023, a bill of which I am a co-sponsor. For years now, at college campuses, we have seen an alarming rise in anti-Semitism that in far too many cases was allowed by university faculty administrations, sometimes even encouraged. And even though this trend has been years in the making, nothing could have prepared us for the horrifying scenes that we have seen over the last year and a few months, ever since the attack of October 7th, where these tendencies, this rise in anti-Semitism came out into the open, and we saw scenes unlike anything we ever thought we'd see in this country, where you had students setting up checkpoints on campuses and saying if you're a Jewish student, you're not allowed to pass, where you had encampments set up for the specific purpose of harassing Jewish students and extracting anti-Semitic concessions from faculty that in some cases were in fact agreed to. This committee, our committee, the Education and the Workforce Committee, began an investigation into these incidents. We brought in university presidents, some who are now former university presidents. We heard from students who lived through this horror, who no longer feel safe on their own campuses. And this culminated in a report that laid out exactly what has been going on at campuses across this country. This alarming normalization of anti-Semitism in higher education must not continue. It demands swift, decisive action, and the Never Again Education Act responds to this crisis. The bill reauthorizes funding for the U.S. Holocaust Memorial Museum to develop and distribute educational resources on the Holocaust, how it happened, and why it must never happen again. These tools equip educators to combat prejudice, apathy, and complicity, empowering students to recognize anti-Semitism, reject its resurgence, and to see an echo of our most painful history when it occurs. By passing this legislation, we will assure that ignorance does not prevail, and I encourage a strong bipartisan vote to assure that it's passed into law. Thank you, and I yield back.